Learn English must and Gujarati.
જોઈએ.
Funny past obligation stories. Welcome to Must Mountain. Hey, you are in the right place if you want to learn obligation without sounding like a robot. Today you will climb Must Mountain, and yes, there will be dramatic homework weather. Welcome, brave learner. Today's magic word is must, and in Gujarati that is
જોઈએ.
Think of a giant red sign shouting, "No excuses, my friend." If you say, "I must leave now," you can say,
મારે હવે જવું જોઈએ.
if you say, "You must study today," that becomes,
તારે આજે અભ્યાસ કરવો જોઈએ.
and if life gets serious and everyone suddenly becomes responsible for 3 seconds, we must be careful, is,
આપણે સાવધાન રહેવું જોઈએ.
so when duty knocks on the door wearing heavy boots, just remember,
જોઈએ.
yesterday was rude. Now let's move from today's duty to yesterday's chaos. This is where had to arrives carrying a suitcase full of problems. When you want to say, "I had to," use,
મારે કરવું પડ્યું.
it has that lovely feeling of, well, I did not want to, but life had other plans. Example, yesterday, I had to leave early. You can hear it as gaikale.
મારે કરવું પડ્યું.
Vahilam javam. Another one, I had to study all night. That is the sentence nobody wants, but many students know too well.
મારે કરવું પડ્યું.
Aki rata abhyasa. And for a more dramatic movie scene, because of the rain, I had to wait. Varasadane Quran.
મારે કરવું પડ્યું.
Raha Jovi. Quick memory trick.
પડ્યું.
Feels like duty fell on you. Not a tiny feather. More like a giant sofa. Everybody had to do something. Here comes the full parade of obligation. Nobody escapes, not you, not me, not the neighbors, not even the suspiciously lazy cat. A general past expression for had to can appear as
જરૂર હતી.
it gives the feeling that something was necessary in the past. For example, you had to can be said with
તમારે કરવું પડ્યું.
like in
ગઈકાલે તમારે વહેલા જવું પડ્યું.
for he had to, you often hear the core form
કરવું પડ્યું.
as in
તેને કામ કરવું પડ્યું.
for she had to listen for.
પડ્યું હતું.
For example,
તેને જવું પડ્યું હતું.
for it had to use
તેને કરવું જ પડ્યું.
that little
જ
adds extra force, like there was absolutely no way around it. For we had to say.
અમારે કરવું પડ્યું.
For they had to say.
તેમને કરવું પડ્યું.
So yes, duty is very democratic. It visits everyone. The cat, the exam, and the broken bus. Time for a funny story. Just relax and listen for the obligation phrases as they bounce around like late homework. One terrible but educational morning, a student woke up late. The alarm clock screamed, "You
જોઈએ.
wake up." The student said, "Yes, yes, I know."
મારે હવે જવું જોઈએ.
Quote. Then the bus drove away in slow motion, like a dramatic film. So the student sighed.
મારે કરવું પડ્યું.
Walk. Outside the school, 2 friends were waiting in the rain. They looked miserable and said,
અમારે કરવું પડ્યું.
"Come early, and
તમારે કરવું પડ્યું.
run, right?" Inside the classroom, the teacher adjusted their glasses with maximum drama. Today, the teacher announced, "You all
જોઈએ.
study." One student whispered, "Yesterday."
જરૂર હતી.
2, but I chose snacks. Then a girl stood up and explained why she was late.
તેને જવું પડ્યું હતું.
Another boy said his brother.
કામ કરવું પડ્યું.
All night. In the hallway, the principal looked at the broken copier and muttered,
તેને કરવું જ પડ્યું.
"Fix today." By lunch, the whole school looked exhausted. Even the lazy cat near the canteen meowed with deep wisdom.
તેમને કરવું પડ્યું.
Nobody knew what the cat meant, but somehow it felt grammatically important. Mini dialogue drill. Now you get to practice out loud. Say the Gujarati parts with confidence, even if your sofa is judging your accent. A. I must leave now. B.
મારે હવે જવું જોઈએ.
A. You must study today. B.
તારે આજે અભ્યાસ કરવો જોઈએ.
A. We must be careful. B.
આપણે સાવધાન રહેવું જોઈએ.
A. Why are you tired? B.
મારે કરવું પડ્યું.
A. Why were you all late? B.
અમારે કરવું પડ્યું.
A lot before leaving. A. Why did they leave? B.
તેમને કરવું પડ્યું.
A. Was there any other option? B. No.
તેને કરવું જ પડ્યું.
Quick quiz, no panic. You are doing great. Let's check what's stuck in your brain without frightening the furniture. What is the Gujarati word for must?
જોઈએ.
How do you say, I had to?
મારે કરવું પડ્યું.
How do you say, we had to?
અમારે કરવું પડ્યું.
How do you say, you had to?
તમારે કરવું પડ્યું.
How do you say, they had to?
તેમને કરવું પડ્યું.
Which phrase can express past necessity as had to?
જરૂર હતી.
How do you say, she had to?
પડ્યું હતું.
How do you say, it had to?
તેને કરવું જ પડ્યું.
And the core past obligation form, had to, as in, he had to work.
કરવું પડ્યું.
Friendly wrap up. Nice work. You climbed Must Mountain and only slipped on one imaginary banana peel. Today you practiced must as.
જોઈએ.
And several past obligation forms like
મારે કરવું પડ્યું. જરૂર હતી. કરવું પડ્યું. પડ્યું હતું. તેને કરવું જ પડ્યું. અમારે કરવું પડ્યું. તમારે કરવું પડ્યું.
and.
તેમને કરવું પડ્યું.
Thank you for learning with me. Keep practicing out loud, repeat the phrases tomorrow, and give yourself credit every time you remember one. You are doing great, and yes, you absolutely.
જોઈએ.
Keep going.